Hey everybody, it's another edition of Dan's Models. This is John. I'm sitting here with Dan and we're looking at something in N scale. And judging by the color and the fact that it says TSG on it, I think I know what these are.
Yeah, these are TSG boxcars.
N scale for
that wasn't obvious.
N scale for the TSG Railroad, I guess. I thought we had a full fleet already.
Yeah, I made these two out of basically undecorated microtrains boxcars.
You mean the two in the front?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the one in the back too, but the one in the back I think we've seen before.
Oh, okay.
I brought it here because I did these two. They were kind of an experiment. I did them a little differently. One of the things I did was I put body-mounted microtrains couplers on them.
Okay. The rest of them are what, truck-mounted?
Truck-mounted, yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, and then that allowed me to add crossover platforms and uncoupling levers, which is something I haven't been doing in N-scale really very much.
Mm-hmm.
So I used some gold metal models, crossover platforms, and BLMA uncoupling levers.
Cool. We should take a closer look at these things.
Yeah.
Crossover platforms. That is pretty cool. When you first pulled all three of these things out, I didn't see that right away.
Yeah, I think it definitely looks better. I don't know yet. I'm still on the fence as to whether I want to go this direction with all of my equipment because I have a lot of N-scale stuff and it would take probably years, literally, to convert it all to body-mounted couplers. The other difference, of course, is I weathered these cars, which I haven't really done too much of that to the other TSG cars.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also, it's the same paint, but you can't get this polyscale purple anymore that I've been using. So I don't know, their paint was a little inconsistent. So these two cars came out a little bit lighter in color than the others, but that's okay because they just look faded to me. So that's...
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's close, right?
Yeah. The other difference is I did these without the large TSG initials on the sides, just the reporting marks.
Right, I noticed that. That was like the one thing I did notice.
Yeah, I figured, a lot of modern railroads just put the bare minimum on the cars, so that's kind of what I was doing with these. So anyway, I think they came out pretty good. So it was just kind of, interesting to put all the extra detail that I normally do in HO,
Yeah.
So
I didn't notice any hoses, though. Is that coming? Or
no, I don't know of any. Maybe somebody makes them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that would really be worth. They'd be so tiny.
Yeah, I know. But sometimes, when we get rolling stock, and I can't remember one offhand, but some of the rolling stock in N-scale has those, and they look really good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody. I can't off the top of my head think of it. I don't know if Gold Metal or one of those companies is making hoses.
Yeah.
But yeah, it might be something worth looking at eventually.
Yeah, somebody somewhere is making them because they are on some of the models we've reviewed.
Yeah, I don't know if they're available as separate parts, though, is what I'm trying to say.
Those manufacturers may be making their own, too, I suppose, huh?
Yeah. So I put Fox Valley wheels on these cars.
Oh, yes.
With the microtrains trucks. And they spin pretty good. And I also weathered the wheels like I do in HO.
Uh-huh.
And these are microtrains 1016 couplers.
Okay.
Which are those slightly longer ones, which I thought looked a little bit like cushion coupler pockets, so I used them. The BLMA uncoupling levers are in two pieces. There's the actual lever itself, and then there's the bracket. So I just glued the bracket to the bottom in the corner, and then I drilled a small hole into, but not all the way through, the bottom of the coupler box.
Oh, okay.
Because they have a little piece that kind of sticks up.
Like a little peg or something?
Yeah. And I put that in the hole and glued it, and then I glued the other end to the bracket, and then just painted them purple to match the car.
Yeah, no, I think it's a nice touch, really.
Yeah, so basically very similar to the way you do it in HO, just smaller. I used microscale decals for these cars, various data sheets mostly, and then just an alphabet sheet to do the lettering.
Is that pretty standard, what you normally do?
Yeah, for the TSG Railroad, yeah. That's pretty much how I've done all of them. And they also are numbered in a series. All three of these box cars are similar. I think they're basically a rail box prototype. One plug door and one sliding door. So they're all numbered in the 2300 series.
Yeah, I thought I noticed that they were all 2340 something.
Yeah. One's 2340, 2344, and 2334 is the old one. So I do actually have a list that I made up of a TSG Railroad numbering scheme so that I know where to number the cars when I make new ones.
No, that makes sense. You probably should do that.
Yeah. Another thing I did with these cars was to put date stencil patches on them. It's kind of a subtle thing, but I think it adds to the look.
Yeah, and what's neat about it is that it's legible. I mean, this doesn't look like N scale to me. This looks like a much bigger model.
This was pieced together from one of the microscale sheets. And actually, the microscale sheet I used doesn't have any dates beyond like 1970. And since this is a modern short line, what I did was I took a 1960 and flipped it over so it became 09.
Oh, okay. That's one way to do it, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, that looks really neat up close like that. The door. There's something about the door that looks more realistic than I would expect too. That plug door is very like it looks like separately applied, really.
Yeah, that's just the standard microtrains door. I didn't do anything really to the car body. Anyway, I guess that's about as much as I have to say about them, but I just thought I'd bring them and show them.
Yeah, that's nice. And one of these days we're going to have to get these TSG trains and put them together on a scenic layout, not just the Patio Pacific. We already did that.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
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 So, all right, well, I guess we'll catch everybody on the next episode of Dan's Models. We'll see you then.
Okay.